women are taking the bull by the horn to excel in a man's world. In a bid to mark the Day of the African Woman, which was commissioned by the African Union to be celebrated July 31st on a yearly basis, we were able to focus our lens on one woman doing the extraordinary in a profession most people disregard in this part of Africa, and a male-dominated profession for that matter. Join me as we celebrate this woman of steel. I'm here with an extraordinary woman, a woman that is doing excellently well in a man's world, a woman that has gone through all odds. Is it personally, is it career-wise? Yet she's thriving and doing extraordinary things in a man's world. She is Dr. Mrs. Theresa Kadri Iwewe, the CEO MD of Dr. Tessy's Veterinary Clinic. Join me. Let's hear her story. Hello, Ma. It's a pleasure meeting you. In fact, it's a great pleasure meeting you, and we'd like to know who really is Dr. Mrs. Theresa.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm so glad to have this opportunity to meet with you. Like you said, my name is Dr. Mrs. Theresa Kadri Iwewe. I'm from Edo State, and I graduated from University of Ibadan from the veterinary college there, 2004, and since then I've been practicing. Prior to going for my National Youth Service Cup, and then till date, it's been practiced all along.
Wow. We're celebrating the African woman because July 31st, which is today, is the African Union's day to celebrate the African woman. And you are one African woman we have decided to celebrate because we see what you're doing in a man's world. How are you able to harness these opportunities and then integrate yourself successfully as a veterinary doctor and then have your own brand speaking for you?
Very well. At the onset, being a female veterinarian was quite challenging because the employers out there wouldn't feel that a female vet could do what a male vet can do. One major experience I had that really helped me to really have the resolve to succeed as a female vet was my first interview. I had gone through written interviews, written exams for that job, and I came up tops. We had the second phase of it. I came up tops, and then I had an oral interview, and the final one, I had to meet to the president of the organization. And he was not pleased. He was like, why a female vet? And he was doubtful. He didn't want a female vet. It was like, wow, why you? How would they tell me it's a female that came tops? I was shocked. That was the first time I was really out there. And here I was being doubted. And I was baffled. I was like, why this? He said he's been in this business for over 20 years. He had never even seen a female vet. He's had male vets all his life. I was like, so just give me the opportunity. I can do what those male doctors have done. I was like, no, can you even walk around the farm? I was like, of course I can. When I saw he was adamant and he was going to let go of me, that was when I told him I was willing to sign an undertaking that if my services were less than standard, at the end of the first month, he should lay me off without pay. But to the glory of God, that really gave me that determination and the resolve that no, I need to prove to him and a lot of other people out there that believe that the girl child, the female vets are not anywhere near the male. I turned the lot of the farm around, all the animals well-being. Within even the first month, I got a 50% pay raise.
Wow.
And I was so glad. And from there on, the confidence was born, and the zeal went on from there. That no, we have to be impactful in this. I was on that job for 6 months prior to my NYSC, and they were so impressed that they had to help influence my posting to the farm. And then at least he was convinced that what a man can do, probably a woman could do, and even do better. And then from then on, we started with the company, Dr. Tessy's brand, and we specialize more in small animal and companion animals. And it's been, yes, quite challenging. But building the brand from the scratch is very interesting and time consuming.
Now, I know you have your brand of dog feed and all of that, and looking at the market, we have some brands that, have been in the market before yours came into the market. Now, did you think that your brand will have a place in the market and will be accepted in the market when you decided to venture into it?
Very well. What necessitated the need for us to come up with our indigenous brand was just the fact that the imported ones were quite pricey. And because the clients, we have clients that cut across middle class, upper class, and then the middle class had issues affording those foreign food. And then you see people feeding non-balanced diet, human diet, essentially to their pets. Then you have issues with the pets from that. And so we had to develop the food aspect first. And then when the dog food brand was rolled into the market, the acceptance was fantastic because we source all of our ingredients from start to end of the production line locally. And that has created, yes, quite a number of employments along the line. And then because the product is indigenous, initially people are skeptical, but with the beautiful pricing, and then when they try it, the quality is there. What you see in a foreign brand of the dry food, you find in our own. The palatability is there, the nutritious value is there. Over time, people accepted it effortlessly. We have our brand selling all over the country, major cities, major supermarkets, and we've had no issues. Within a year of rolling out the food aspect of it, we rolled out the cosmetics aspect. You find people don't even know you ought to wash your dogs. They don't know. And even if they have to, they use harsh chemicals on them. And then we had to develop those brands. And then the dog soap, the dog shampoo, the puppy shampoo, the dog cream, and the ectoparasitic powder came to be. And it's been success all along.
Looking at veterinary medicine, we see that it's a male-dominated field. Very few females in veterinary medicine. Now, how are you putting things together or planning, to make sure that women are interested, girls are interested, and we have a high population of females in veterinary medicine?
Yes, what we as an organization have done is to set up the NGO with Dr. Tessy's Foundation, in which we've taken the veterinary profession to the cradle, to the primary schools, to the secondary schools, and our emphasis lies with the female, the girl child, to build their instincts to nurture, to show the interest and build their interest in pets. Bring them, we liaise with schools, we bring them into the practice to see us in our element, caring for the pets, because we believe being in a male-dominated profession, there's the need for us to bring in the ladies, the girls, the girl child right from primary through secondary. And we've seen that when we expose them that early, the interest is there. And giving time and persistence at this, we're going to have more females going into the universities to study veterinary medicine, and thereby we hope to get in more female veterinarians on the long run.
Well, I've been talking with Dr. Tessy Kadiri-Iwewe, an extraordinary woman, a woman of steel, a woman of substance, surviving in a man's world, and not just surviving, but doing valiantly in a man's world. And when we come back, we're going to hear more on what she has to tell us about the girl child, about women development, entrepreneurship, and support. Don't go away. Are you a pet owner, a pet trainer, or into animal husbandry? Dr. Tessy's Veterinary Limited got you covered. You can give your pets, animals, and birds the optimal healthcare through any of our services, from pet laboratory, pet ultrasound, domestic and industrial pest fumigation, pet pharmacy, puppies and dog sales, retainership services, home services, dog training, dog kennels and boarding, pet grooming, and farms consultancy. For us, animal business is serious business. We produce high-quality dog feeds, cosmetics, and vitamins. Distributors wanted nationwide. You can contact us at number 32B Yusuf Avenue, opposite Police Post, Idishi, GRA, Jericho, Ibadan. You can call us on 0803-491-5913 or 0908-472-1915. Dr. Tessy's Veterinary Limited, caring for pets since 2004. Welcome back, and we are still on the program with Dr. Tessy Kadiri-Iwewe, celebrating the African woman. And we're going to hear from her what it takes to be a female entrepreneur and how women should be supported, because women need the support. It says that when you support a woman, you support a nation. And let's hear what she has to say about that. Well, you're welcome back.
Thank you.
You've been so successful, and success is written all over you, and you're working on success. Now, is this attributary to maybe finances from your family, or maybe you got grants or government support, or just from your purse?
Well, what I tell people, great things start small. Yes, you don't need to have so much money to get started, and you don't need to start so small that it's insignificant. Pulling my personal funds together, I got started, and then I kept on plowing back into the business, and then gradually it grew. I've not sourced funds from family or from bank. It's been plowing back. When you're at it, you just be consistent. Consistency and being excellent, giving excellent standard services. It will sell through.
Wow. Yes. So where can people find Dr. Tessy's products, and how many outlets do you have in Ibadan?
We have several outlets. Lots of veterinarian shops, pet shops, vet hospitals, supermarkets, pharmacies, all retail our products. And we're not confined or restricted to Ibadan alone. All major cities in Nigeria. And we're looking at expanding to West African countries as well. We are working on that right now.
Wow, fantastic. Now, looking at entrepreneurship for women, do you think that women are actually getting the right support to be entrepreneurs? And if they're supported, will they do excellently well?
Thank you. We need to gather more support for the females that are entrepreneurs. We have a lot of factors that stand against us. You think about the marriage, the home, the children. You need a lot of support from your spouse to be able to succeed as an entrepreneur. And then we need the banks to look and deal kindly with a female entrepreneur. Like you rightly said, you support or you enable a woman, you enable a nation. By the caring nature of women, we tend to nurture, and then they would support their employees, their family, their friends, and then support the business in itself. So I believe we should get more support for the female entrepreneur.
Now, finally,
what advice, what suggestions do you have for the government with regards to dealing with gender issues, gender-based issues of violence, rape, assault towards, the women folk?
Yes, we need to educate the populace. We need to raise campaign to create awareness. Yes, it's very important that we get the information out there. Educate the boys, educate the men. Let them know this is not acceptable. If we know that, okay, in this society we frown at such things, and then at any government level, the law will take its course, I believe. And we run campaign ads on every media possible. You tune in on your radio, you're hearing this. You put on your TV, you're seeing this. You go on the social media, the same thing abounds. Let them know the penalties. Let them know what it's all about. And then I believe that will stem the trend of so much violence against women.
Well, I know I said finally, but I have one more thing to say. And that is, where do you see Dr. Tessy's clinic in the next 5 years?
Wow. That's great. In the next 5 years, we would have gone international, definitely.
Oh.
Right now, we're working on our head office and hospital project, which we expect to be commissioned in about 2 months. We're looking at September.
Fantastic.
Yes, and what we've done there is simply bring in what we've seen overseas, what we've seen in the European countries, what we've seen in America. Let's have it in Nigeria. Set the standards, set the pace, and then for the brand, the product brand, we see us distributing all over Africa and then going beyond the shores of Africa as well. And then in 5 years, I see Dr. Tessy even more of an household name internationally, not just locally in Nigeria.
Wow. So I'd like to say congratulations on your dreams. Congratulations. You are indeed an African woman worthy to be celebrated. You have set the pace and you're running. And we celebrate you. See, Africa celebrates you as we celebrate the African woman today. And we pray that you keep on soaring and you keep on living your dreams. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One important aspect of life is to live one's dreams, and the ability to do that, despite all odds, has kept Dr. Mrs. Theresa Kadri Iwewe going and becoming a household name in the veterinary industry in Nigeria, in Africa, and the world at large. She is a woman to watch out for as she aspires to greater heights, grooming other women to walk in her shoes.